what kinds of conversations do you recommend that your client should have with their gestational carrier before embarking on pregnancy?
So they should discuss what their gestational carrier's view is on fetal reduction or selective reduction or termination of the pregnancy. Under what circumstances would the gestational carrier terminate, if any at all? That is a huge contractual term, a huge moral consideration, and it's very, very important that you and your gestational carrier are aligned on this particular issue, because in my case, what happened was we transferred 2 embryos. Strongly advise against doing so. Single embryo transfers are the way to go. In fact, you will be hard-pressed to find an REI provider who would transfer more than one. In very rare circumstances will they do a double embryo transfer, and for good reason. So we transferred 2 embryos with the hopes of being pregnant with twins, and we were, and I was elated. And then in a very rare turn of events, one of the embryos split, and our gestational carrier was pregnant with triplets in a medically complicated and very dangerous pregnancy. And it required a fetal reduction, unfortunately, from 3 to 1. We had discussed reduction before entering into the agreement, and we seemed to have been aligned on fetal reduction, that if it was medically necessary, she would agree to reduce. Unfortunately, when push came to shove, she changed her mind, but thankfully we were able to get her to see the medical side of things, and that it would pose a risk to her health as well as our unborn children. So she did end up going through with the reduction, but that was a harrowing experience that I don't want any of my clients or anyone else to experience. And so it's important to have these really tough conversations before entering into an agreement, before even matching with a gestational carrier. So I would first ask what their stance is on reduction and or termination. And then I would ask what they envision their relationship with you and the child looking like in a year from now, in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now. Do they want to be involved in your child's life? Do you want that? I have some clients who invite their gestational carrier to their child's birthday parties. And then I have others who say, after the child is born, I really don't want to have much of a relationship at all. And either of those situations is totally fine. I always say I have a judgment-free practice and office. I don't ask clients why they need a gestational carrier or why they are choosing surrogacy, and nor do I pass any judgment on the level of communication they want during the pregnancy, after the pregnancy. That is totally up to them. And so yes, communication is an important thing to discuss with the gestational carrier beforehand.